Hello there, I'm Sean Greasley and welcome to another edition of Visual Basic Tutorials. In this tutorial I'm going to discuss modules, what modules do for us and the uses of modules within our Visual Basic programs. Now you might have seen them before. In order to add a module to your project like so, you right click here, add and press module, and that will get you something like this. You can then call it whatever you want really. Now what a module is, it stores public or private global variables or functions which are accessible to all the forms on your project. So for example, if we have form 1 and we declare, say, a variable shown as an integer, this value is only available to form 1. But you cannot access this information within form 2 because Sean has been defined within form 1. But if we define this in a module, this is accessible to all forms within our program. But the syntax for this is public shown as integer. Now public, you can also have private as well. This tells us how accessible the variable shown is. If it's made private, then shown can only be used within this module. It's private to this module. So shown is only accessible to its self-contained item, in this case module. If it's public, then you know what public means. It's welcome to the public. It's accessible for all. So all forms and the current module and other modules can access this variable here. So I've now defined a global variable called shown. Now let's change this to something more meaningful. For example, total. Why not? Now what I want to do here is add these two text boxes together, or subtract. Say we'll have a big number here, 6, we'll have a small number here, 3, and we'll press this button. It will give us a message box saying 6 take away 3 is 3. But we want to use a module and some procedures to implement this. Now for example, I'm going to do this in a unconventional way to show you what modules do. In the next tutorial I'll introduce procedures and functions and see how we can do this a little properly. So when I click this button, these are going to be added together, stored in this variable total, and displayed on form 2 in this text box here. We'll call it text 1. So then we can say total equals text1 plus text2.text. Now you know what plus does? It doesn't actually add them together, it concatenates these two text fields, but we want to take away. So form 1, 6 take away 3 should be 3. So the total is the text.text take away text2.text. This will be stored in total and this will be displayed in text1. So if we go to the form load function and say text1.text equals total, and once we've calculated this, we want to display form 2. 6 take away 3. Oh, sorry. So I've put form there. Show. And there you can see 6 take away 3 is 3. So let's have a look how this is run. Form 1, the first point of entry. First code being executed once we click this command button is this: total equals text1.text take away text2.text. We know that that's going to equal 3. So if we say debug step over total is 3, because text 1 is 6 and text 2 is 3. Okay, so if we take the deattach the debugger, so total is held the total of these. Total is defined in the module, therefore total is available to all forms, and we're just saying text equals total. It's as simple as that. So that's what modules do. It's a global access point for all variables and functions, really. I'm not going to describe functions just yet. I'm going to cover that in the next tutorial. So I'm Sean Greasley. Thank you for listening to our little introduction on modules. In the next tutorial we're going to dig a little more in depth in this concept and expand on this. So good night.